Jesus.
Right. Bro, you a genius. I ain't gonna lie. This is like, bro, you was a genius. I swear. You're gonna go down like a Elijah Muhammad or a Malcolm X with this one. You finna go down in history with this one. I swear to God, bro.
Well, I'm their child. You know, we all their children.
Yeah, but bro, you know, you your own. You different, bro. I mean, to think of that. I mean, bro, this is genius. Like, I don't just say stuff just to be saying it. Like, I swear to God, bro, you are really on something to come up with this. I don't know how you came up with this, but this is.
Well,
How did you come up with that?
We didn't have a choice. We was already doing for ourselves. Even with all the oppression, we were accomplishing things far greater than the black and blacks have done. They've done very little, except bring you the teaching, the belief, because that's all teachings is. I believe. We don't need to believe no more. We need to know. The former president, Donald Trump, it seems as though there was an assassination attempt Saturday at a rally in Pennsylvania. And I guess I can make this fit into our topic that we chosen for this evening. Many of you have watched the news. I'm not a news broadcaster. This is not CNN. So I'm very sure you already know so much details in what happened or what was reported, the assassination attempt on the former president, Donald J. Trump. Now, the only thing that I would like to add to the conversation is that we find out that the suspected, or it seems as though there's no doubt about it, he was killed at the scene. The assassin, the would-be assassin, we find out that this is a young man, only 20 years old. Now that's what got me. And I'm very sure nobody is going to bring this up. You have a young man. Now, to me, he's a baby. Just recently got out of high school. If you're 20 years old, chances are you just graduated out of high school. So even though he's 20 years old, and he can go to the army, getting close where you can legally buy liquor and all like that. This is with all due respect to 20-year-olds, you are a child. Like they say in the South, you is a chillin'. That's a baby. A baby that has learned how to fire an automatic weapon. A baby who decided to go up on a rooftop and not just shoot anybody. I'm going to attempt to murder a candidate of the United States presidency, a former president. That's what I'm going to do at 20 years old. You should ask yourself, when you was 20 years old, what was you thinking about? This young man decided, I'm going to sacrifice my life. I'm going to murder Donald J. Trump at 20 years old. I'm not going to use just a handgun. I'm going to get me some firepower. I'm going to use me a rifle, automatic rifle, go on top of a roof and try to kill the former president. Wow, nobody is talking about that. What would make a baby, because that's what he is, what would make this child, because that's what he is, make you want to go on a roof, go steal your daddy gun or uncle gun or wherever you got the gun from? I'm going to kill Donald J. Trump. Wow. I can relate. I can relate. I can relate to the sickness of the mind. When you're brainwashed and when you get caught up on something, and don't you self-righteous ass people judge nobody because you might not want to get on top of a building and murder the president, but your ass is crazy too. The American Psychiatric Association, I guess I pronounced that right. The world of psychiatry, and I should know, they say the majority of the earth, human beings, suffer from some type of mental illness. And you gotta suffer from some type of mental illness when you can believe in invisible demons and gremlins and the Anunnakis and all this other stuff that y'all never seen before in your life, and you believe in it. Well, this young man believed that something was wrong with Donald Trump and I got to get rid of him. He believed that at 20 years old. Brainwashed by the present political environment that we have right now in this atmosphere. I'm going to be a hero. Get rid of this man so that Joe Biden or whoever, anybody but this guy, I'm very sure Donald Trump is called the Antichrist or some other stuff. But I can relate to him. Because at 18, not 20, at 18 years old, I wanted to kill President Reagan. At 18 years old. And I started off by writing what I'm very sure the Secret Service would view as a threatening letter. Because I was hyped up by the rhetoric of Louis Farrakhan. I was hyped up by looking at the condition and the injustice of our people in this nation. I gotta do something about it. Now here I am, 18 years old, maybe 19, people on the planet. Running from folks most of my life. Scary young man. But I'm so hyped up by the rhetoric of Louis Farrakhan. I'm hyped up by this unjust situation that I find myself, my people, because at that time, I want to die for my people. I'm doing this for my people. I was a young, stupid man. I was a child. That's why I know I'm a child. I just graduated out of high school, and I want to kill President Reagan. But this goes to show you the mental illness in this nation. And this is just an example of the president on somebody's murder list, but there's mental illness, there's sickness all over this country. And you don't have to murder the president, but we are mentally ill in all kinds of ways. That's why there's severe family dysfunction in America. Your own biological family, y'all can't get along no more. I just recently visited family members that I really have not interacted with for years, and they were shocked that I would knock on their door. That's how long. Who are you? They don't remember. Once the patriarchs, the older people, once the patriarchs and the matriarchs of families, it seems as though you fall apart. No more family reunions. You don't call so and such. You don't stay in touch with so and so. They start falling apart. At one time, especially in the black community, family was key. But now we suffer these dysfunctions, these mental illnesses. Not to say that it has not always been there, but instead of getting better, we become worse. There shouldn't be so much homelessness, but we won't open up our home to our own biological people, and you don't have enough respect to live in somebody else's house. When you move into somebody else's house, you should respect that house and follow their rules until you get on your feet so that you can go get into your own house. But we're so disrespectful and dysfunctional, we will risk going back out on the damn street because I'm going to do it my way. You rather live on the street because you can't get along with nobody. Every day in courts, there's roommates and there's family members in court can't get along. These biological people, these friends falling out over $5. You owe me $5. Been friends for 30 years and destroyed the friendship over $5 or 500 or whatever. You've been friends for 30 years. I could have went to jail at 18 years old. I could have been a felon. But I was brainwashed. And if I got in trouble, the only thing the Nation of Islam, those brothers would have said, wow, tough luck. You the one that inspired. There are those who inspired this young. What do this young man know? Listening to these adults putting all this poison into the atmosphere. And we have all these gurus of health. If you listen to them, you couldn't eat nothing. Everything is poison. Grapes is poison. Don't eat the grapes. Don't eat the peanuts. Don't eat the what. Listen to these folks. There's nothing that you can eat. All these gurus and know-it-all physical folks. And a lot of them are young people. When you're young, you ain't supposed to be sick like that anyway. How do we know your fantastical diet is working when you shouldn't be sick as a younger person any damn way? They teaching this. You just came out your mother's womb. How do you even know that stuff work? What do you know? But we are influenced by this stuff. And we don't think about what's going on into the mind. We think about what goes into the body. I'm a vegan. I don't eat this. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat Burger King. But you're filling your mind with processed mental food. So what's the damn difference? You are feeding your mind with food that's processed and old. It's not fresh. You don't mind putting in your brain food that's processed and coming from foreign places you don't know what the hell it came from. But you talking about McDonald's. But you a Muslim. And you're going to embrace some stuff 1,400 years old. How old? I mean, old as hell. There's nothing fresh about it. But that's all right. But don't go to McDonald's. McDonald's food is processed. But you don't mind putting in your head stuff from the Bible and the Quran, 1,400 years, 2,000 years old, processed food, and you don't know where it come from. And you eat that every day and don't have a problem with it. And when I come here and tell us about fresh food, you got a problem. Because you brainwashed. You're brainwashed just like that young man that decided to go on a rooftop to try to kill a former president of the United States. You just as sick. So nobody can judge him. Because you sick also. You're just sick in a different way. You're mentally ill in a different kind of way. He's a baby. Influenced in this environment of poison. And you can't escape the poison. You go to the left, you go to the right, you go to the east, west, wherever you go, we surrounded in this cesspool of death. That's why in the scriptures it talks about that we walk in the valley of the shadow of death.
Hope you'll climb aboard next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all gonna be a stone gas, honey. Always in parting, we're gonna wish you love, peace, and soul.